Most dogs like people or will accept people, but there are very few special dogs that truly love everybody that they meet.
A therapy dog is a dog that goes and visits institutions such as schools or hospitals, nursing homes, to offer comfort. The librarians, Pete Jennings and John Rosel, started Paws to Relax years ago, and they always had therapy dogs come visit the week before finals, and it was such a hit. The students and staff alike would always plan to visit, including me. I remember just one day I was thinking, why don't we have dogs come to the campuses more often? I decided to do my professional improvement leave project on what are some of the benefits that we could see if we had therapy dogs come to the campus more often.
I think a lot of times just the petting of a therapy dog can help. And there has been science to prove that, that can help lower our blood pressure and anxiety. Putting dogs in schools was kind of where therapy dog work really kicked off, when people started seeing the reactions that students had to these dogs of many different ages, from very young to college-age kids. I think it made kind of therapy dog work really shoot off and get really popular.
What we're looking for in therapy dogs is good manners. We want a dog who is confident, who feels comfortable in their world. We even do some things to build confidence, like working on obstacles. Any breed can be trained, any age. Actually, a lot of our therapy dogs are older dogs, but manners and skills in and of themselves are not enough. The dog inherently just needs to love people.
Generally, most of us do go through classes just to socialize the dogs. We need to get them used to all kinds of different events, different people, different sounds.
So learning is pretty much honestly lifelong. It is a process. We do offer a therapy dog class so that people can explore what therapy dog work entails and if they're the right fit for it. We use positive reinforcement training. That means we're going to teach the dog what we want them to do. Instead of just saying no, what does no really mean? Stop what? A dog could be barking, jumping, wagging his tail, doing multiple things at once. So we're going to teach you what the correct response is, and then we're going to reward that response. So the more behavior is rewarded, the stronger the behavior becomes.
This kind of training benefits dogs because they feel more comfortable. And then as far as specialty training, there are some therapy dog classes that actually put the dogs through the paces and show them what it would be like going into a nursing home and have people play the role of, let's say, a resident, and what it's like to come up to someone in a wheelchair or someone who's walking with a cane and that kind of thing. There's an actual certification process if you're talking specific to therapy work.
There are many different therapy dog organizations, and they each have their own test, and those vary. So each organization does have set criteria on that testing. We primarily work with ATD, or Alliance of Therapy Dogs. One of the things we do love about ATD is that their focus is on temperament over skills.
They are a certifying organization that provides insurance and testing for therapy dog teams. We are over 30 years old, and we have over 18,000 members right now. They do have some basic obedience in there, but the biggest part is that they truly do enjoy visiting with people and having that connection with people. We do have a handling assessment, and that's when the tester observer will come and put hands on the dogs to make sure they're comfortable being touched everywhere, to see that they can walk pretty well with the handler, that they can, stand next to the handler without getting antsy or anything like that. And once they pass that, then they actually go on 3 to 4 observations, which are essentially real therapy dog visits with the observer, so that they can observe and write down any notes or comments, give any feedback, and then send that into the office. And then the office gives the final approval.
Then they get certified, they become members, and they have an annual review test. It's a written test that we have to take. and that just keeps us up on whatever the protocol is.
For ATD, our teams will get a little red heart tag that they can only wear when they're visiting. And then the handlers will get a card that has their information on it, their dogs that are under them information on it, and then a way to get in contact with the office.
You know, the better behaved a dog is, the more opportunities he has, the more freedom he has to be able to go out to different environments, meet different people, bring them joy. It's a win-win situation for all.
Most dogs don't want to sit home alone and be bored, just like we wouldn't want to sit home alone and be bored. So it gives them something fun to do.
You know, people are really starting to learn about therapy dogs and starting to use them in different places that haven't really been thought of before.
It's by invitation. It's usually coordinated either through the certification organization or through individuals who hear about events. The Alliance of Therapy Dogs will send us notifications that people are looking for therapy dogs to visit. It could be a person's home who's in hospice. It could be a school.
You know, one of the important things for anyone looking into possibly doing this, is to understand that it is a lot of work. It is not about showcasing the dog. It is about the person you're visiting.
It is about the dog, but the handler is also a really important part, and that's why we're called a therapy dog team. Because your handlers need to be advocating for the dogs, making sure they're staying safe and that their needs are being heard. But you also want someone who can communicate well with people so that, they're not making people feel uncomfortable or, they're not just at the end of the leash like, oh gosh, are we done yet?
So that's the issue is trying to find more people that are willing to volunteer. The word's getting out. Every time somebody stops by and says, hey, what do you think? Do you think my dog could be a therapy dog? I give them the information and they can check it out. Basically send them to the Alliance of Therapy Dog website. It's therapydogs.com, and they can check it out and see if their dog could maybe go through the testing process. I would like it to be part of the culture. It seems very welcoming when people show up on campus for the first time and they say, oh, you have dogs here, this is great. It just seems to change the atmosphere.